Hi guys!
So I know that this man here needs no introduction, but I obviously am going to do an introduction. Elton Fernandez, Elton J. Fernandez, has been in makeup for 17 years.
That's right.
I mean, that's a hell of a long time, and he's one of the best in the industry. Apart from being a leading spokesperson for Maybelline, he's also worked on some of the best faces in the Bollywood industry for makeup, and I've actually had the opportunity to have my makeup done by him once before. I think it was for a Vogue eyewear campaign we did together, 2013. So today's video is actually really special. Today Elton and I are collaborating to recreate a look that he's worked on Aditi Rao Hydari.
Two looks.
Whom I've mentioned, I think so many times in my videos, you guys have heard me mention that when it comes to beauty, I love what Elton does on Aditi because it's so natural, it's so embracing of what she looks like. Like when you look at her, she doesn't look different when she's glam and different when she's like non-glam. Yeah. You can still tell it's the same person, which is my favorite kind of makeup, like my favorite kind of like beauty genre really to be in. And do you want to tell us about the looks that we're going to be doing today?
You know, I want to first say that I think it was very sweet of Aanam to have this idea because it's more like a birthday present.
Yeah, today is Aditi Rao Hydari's birthday. I should have opened with that. Yes, so
I thought it was very sweet, and so I thought it would be my contribution to her birthday as well, since I don't believe in big gifts and stuff. With Aditi, we all, no matter what we do, we like to maintain that Aditi DNA in the makeup, and that's what I'm going to really bring forward. It's not about the brands. I am Maybelline spokesperson, and I love their products the most, but it's not about the brands today. Try and understand, just have fun with what we're doing, just like I like to do when I'm working. I'm using a lot of even Aanam's makeup, things that are not Maybelline, but we're not going to focus on the brands at all.
It'll be more technique driven today.
It's more technique driven, and I'm going to breeze through it, so keep pace.
Yes. Okay, so let's dive right into look number 1. There's 2, so stay tuned. Okay, so what are we doing and what are we starting
So we're starting with the monoknob look, starting with Aanam's face. I'm just going to take some liquid foundation and swipe it down. This is not a very full coverage at all, it's very light, as you can see. And I am keeping Aanam's skin tone the way it is, but I'm going to brighten up the insides of her face with some concealer.
Is there any specific tip you have in mind when you're applying foundation? Like a lot of people tend to cake up their foundation, for example. So would it be a good tip to probably try using lesser product and working with it and only then layering up? Because I feel like a lot of people ask me this question.
You know, honestly, I always say to each their own. Whatever works with you personally is what makes you happy and gives you life when you're walking out and makes you feel like you're winning. Go with that, you know. Nobody really needs anything in terms of cosmetics. None of us need it. We want it. So focus on what you want for the day, what kind of armor you're willing to wear for the day. So with Aanam today, we're going with something really light so you can still see Aanam at the end of it. I don't want to make Aanam Aditi. I want to make an Aditi look into an Aanam look. With concealer, I'm just using a full coverage cream concealer on Aanam's under eyes right here, focusing on where she needs the light to take in the light the most, which is on the under eyes.
This I feel is my biggest personal war when I'm wearing makeup. Like this is something I always pay most attention to.
Right.
Because I understand that naturally a lot of people have dark circles and under eye issues.
Yeah.
But I like to conceal them as much as I can with a natural finish.
Yeah. But you know the problem is you'll always get lines here underneath.
Yeah.
That's inevitable.
But powder works on me really well.
Yeah, it works very well, and you can use powders. You can use powder eyeshadows, right?
Correct.
But the best thing to do is not put too much makeup on.
Yeah. So there's nothing to cake up. Use
Exactly.
minimal product.
I'm just putting some powder on the under eyes to hold that. I love this concealer. Now this is a Maybelline thing, so I'm showing it to you on camera. It's Age Rewind. This is in the shade 140. On top of that powder situation, I'm going in with this 140 just as a separate coat. Just taken a little more light on this inside area. It's the same technique that I've used even on my own concealer today. I've used Instant Rewind in a darker color, obviously on my skin.
You usually follow the format of concealer being one shade lighter than the foundation for that brightness pull?
Yes. Honestly, I change it up. I don't really. Sometimes I'll do concealer last after smoking up the eye.
Okay.
I have no fixed. I just feel like
you play by
should be.
ear on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And I don't intellectualize it at all. So I just play and I keep seeing and so even if you make mistakes, you can go in and have fun and correct it.
That's so true because I feel like so many people take makeup so seriously and I'm like, just chill, it's gonna get washed off. Like if you make a mistake, clean it up, start again.
It's just
okay.
makeup.
Yeah. What were some of the mistakes that you used to make with makeup earlier that you realized you've changed your technique with over time?
Intellectualizing one's makeup too much. I didn't go to any school or anything, but whatever you read of the internet and things, you're told to think of under base and over base, and like I used to think too much of all this rubbish. And then I just realized that wow, let's just have fun. I'm a jugaad artist, as I say.
Which is the best kind.
Yeah, you have to be able to make these negotiations as you go. Alright, so that's the concealer done. Now what I'm going to do is contour. I'm just going to draw 3 parallel lines on Aanam's face right here. So one over here, one over there, and one over there. A little bit there. Okay.
Any tips on nose contouring? I feel like I get that wrong very often. I haven't practiced
Yeah,
enough.
the thing is, a smart way to contour the nose is to draw very thin as possible lines on the side and then blend that, as opposed to shading the entire side. Because what you're doing is you're just cheating. It's illusion. It's not. We're not literally painting a new face. It's just creating illusion, playing with shadows. And when you're contouring, go into the hairline.
Otherwise, it looks like you've really packed a face on.
Yeah. I like using different directions. See, sometimes I go here, sometimes I go there. Sometimes, like, just have some romance. Let your hands feel free and enjoy your makeup. Just gonna blend this jawline. Now I want to use some cream highlighter on here. I'm using 2 liquid highlighters. One is a golden sort of highlighter, one is a little pinkier. I'm going to just blend them together right there. And make sure that the most of it is gone on my hand because I want very little. And what's left, I'm going to work on the bridge of the nose. Because now I'm not worried too much about this. I'm going to reintroduce highlights with powder later on. A little bit on that upper lip right there. Now to just prep her lip a little bit with some color. I'm just using a stain. This is like a berry stain on the mouth. This is not going to be the ultimate coverage or the ultimate payoff, but I want some color on the mouth so it allows me to see how much I can play with the eyes. On the eyes, I like to keep it really simple. So I'm going to use 1 wash of color across the lid. Something that's flesh toned, light, easy breezy. So something like this. Just an easy, soft, fleshy tone. It's holding on to that highlighter that I put on earlier. I focus more on like sculpted skin, so highlights and lowlights.
Yeah.
So shadows are very important in Aditi's makeup.
She also has a very signature brow style that I think you've created for her. Which is very you. You do brows beautifully.
Like my own, it's fully painted.
Yeah, but beautifully bushy, but they look very natural. They don't look painted, which is the great part. And she never does liner from what I've noticed. She's a complete mascara girl.
Yeah, and even no false lashes.
That's so different from the way I usually do my makeup. It's so interesting to be able to try this today because I'm a complete winged eyeliner, false lashes.
So you see 1 brush and 1 eyeshadow.
I'm like looking forward to seeing my face. This is the first time I have no mirror in front of me and I'm completely okay with that because I know my face.
Yeah, I can show you a mirror if you want.
No, I want to be like surprised.
Okay, cool. Now, you see those lines under the eyes that I was telling you about? I'm taking a clean soft brush. I'm just going to blend those slightly. Right? So you see that disappearing? This is just a plain brush. I'm just literally taking off extra product from around the eyes and blending it around. And now I'm going to take a slightly deeper fleshy tone. So my first point of contact and application is on the outer part of the eye. And then whatever I have left on the brush is what I will move onto the inside of the eye. And then that same color I'm just taking and putting it in her crease line, but very softly. Just using 1 brush, I'll change the pressure with my fingers. If I want more pressure, I'll hold it closer. If I want less pressure, I'll hold it farther, you know. Alright, now that's the eye so far. Next, I'm gonna go in with a curler. We've curled and mascaraed Aanam's left eye. I'm gonna do the right. You see the difference that a curler makes? I never put mascara without curling the lash, and I go really tight close to the skin where they have to feel like
Yeah, you get that slight pinch, but I looked at the way my left eye looks compared to my right, and I'm just so surprised.
Yeah, it's not so much pinching the skin as it is yanking the hair so much so that it feels like it's very close.
Yeah.
All you have to do is open your eyes and now look down at your feet. That's it. So now I'm gonna make sure I hold this in between, go really close. I'm using one of my favorite mascaras. This is Total Temptation. I'm going to focus more on the center of the lashes, and then whatever I have left on the bristles of the wand, I'm going to use on the inner corners and the outer corners. But the main deposition of product is on the center. And I really go close to the lash line even with the wand.
I'm such a lash baby. It makes me so happy to see like beautiful lashes on myself.
Okay, so now we're going, as much as I love Aanam's little moon-shaped brown face, I am going to introduce a little bit of structure and shadows with the powder now, similar to what I do with Aditi, of course. So now I'm going to show you in profile. This is a powder bronzer from the top of the ears towards the cheek, right there. See? Focusing more on there, in the corner, in the hairline, and then blending. Now with the same brush, I'm picking it. I'm going to narrow down my bristles with my hand and do the side of the nose. So we have a slightly more streamlined structure there.
So you go all the way up towards the brow also.
Into the brow hairs. Yeah.
That's a great tip for like shaping.
Yeah. Now I'm going in with a blusher that I want it to be very visible, so to speak, but I'm going to mix two tones. So first I'm going to pick a slightly maybe like a deep fleshy pink mixed with a fleshy nude, and suck your cheeks in. I'm going to put it right there, upwards there and towards the nose, and then downwards right there. So it looks like a natural, like she's got some natural sun as opposed to air hostessy blush. And whatever's left on the brush, on the nose right there. And I like to put it a little bit on the tip of the ear, so it sort of takes the same story into the very meat of the face. Now all we have left is some brows and a highlighter. So I'm taking this highlighter, this is a powder highlighter, with a fan brush. I always like to use a fan brush because you just need a light little swirl. The same highlighter even on the brow bone right there. See, it works on the mouth there. I'm going to take a little bit of that powder highlighter and ask Aanam to look directly at the camera and put it right there on the side. So what it does is, again, it's taking in a lot of light, it's reflecting light as opposed to absorbing it, which shadows do. And especially if you're deep set like you are and have a dark circle on you, the best way to negate that is by taking in light. I'm going to show Aanam a mirror.
Ooh.
See, the under eyes look just natural.
For everyone who's ever commented telling me I look like Aditi, this video is for you.
Yeah.
I love how it's looking. What I love particularly is how different it is from my usual style of makeup, and I still love it. It's so natural.
Yeah, but I'm still enjoying myself with my kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? My point with my clients is always to empower them by making them feel like you don't need anything, but let's just access a different part of somebody today.
Which is a great approach.
Yeah.
Which is a really great approach. I love this.
Now with the brows, I'm starting with a gel sort of pomade. This is a really soft brown. Now I'm paying particular attention to the tone of the brow because I feel like Aanam, with her new highlights and everything, which is not new for me, it's really light. I don't want the brows to sit like caterpillars on like how it sits on my face. I don't want it to be the same. I want it to be softer, so her eyes do the talking, her face structure and skin does the talking, as opposed to the brows, right? Like, or any singular feature. So I'm gonna just take in the soft brown and just draw some flicks, introduce some flicks into the brows. So here and there we're getting some depth, not all throughout. Now that I'm done reshaping the brow a little bit, playing around with my pomade, I'm going to take a little bit of a shadow. Now this is a really soft sort of brown like that, almost like a dark blonde, and just seal that arch in place a little bit so it doesn't budge too much. And then finally, it's a soft brown mascara. It's a brown mascara, and I'm going to go over this so it sort of marries all of these products together and keeps the hair on top and adds like a highlight to her brows, somewhat like her own hair. Now, pretty much done. Just the mouth is a little touch on the mouth left, so it's a little finishing. I'm going to use Maybelline's Classic Baby Lips, which is a sweet little lip balm, and this is Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Founder. Now, you can do this with your finger as well. I'm going to mix the two randomly, like I'm painting and having fun, and just pat on right there. Nam nam nam. Yeah.
Sounds like a singer.
Oh my god. Right, so you see, so I still don't have any hard edges around the mouth, but I still have coverage, soft coverage. That's your lips. And now, with Aditi on the shoot, we had a septum ring and we had some, so that's what you need to add for some styling. And there you have it. That's the first look.
Okay, so I'm so happy with how this look turned out, but this is not all. We have a look number 2, which is a little bit of a gradual progression from what this look is, right? Which is also an Aditi Rao Hydari look, which Elton has done. It's a Vogue cover story, and she looked absolutely fabulous in that as well. I think you should tell us what we're going to change up and what exactly we're going to do differently this time.
As opposed to telling you, how about I just show you as we go? Okay?
I like that.
So I'm going to start right with this. So first, everything is pretty much the same, just a little more intense here and there. So let's start with the eyes. Now all I'm going to do is use similar warm tones, a little more reddy browns in the skin. So also with the under eyes, look up at the roof. See, I'm letting the brush touch skin under the eyes. Then I'm taking that deeper tone. Just building closer to the lash line on the outer corner right there. So we have a little no smoke without fire, you see. Now that the shadowing is done, I'm going to go in with another coat of mascara just to make sure I don't have any eyeshadow on the lashes, and also to build up the mascara. Now I'm going to take 2 brush sizes, a round fluffy big brush and a smaller fluffy round brush. I'm starting off with the big one, and I'm going to take a tone of blush that is slightly more deep and brown. So this is going into the hollows of the face, which is why I'm asking Aanam to suck in the cheeks. Relax it. It goes more into the hollows. With the smaller brush, I'm taking a slightly healthier sort of pinky mix of color, and I'm going to throw that on the apples. The same colors that I've used on the blush, I'm going to pick with my soft rounded brush and just introduce that onto the inner corner of the eye right there. Not that it's going to make a huge difference, but I think it does sort of marry all the colors together, gives the face similar tones, lets the eyes sort of sink in with the rest of the makeup. Now for the lip, I'm reintroducing the Founder shade of Superstay Matte Ink. So I'm just gonna put some on her lip like so. And then I'm just gonna make sure I have a slightly more structured mouth with a cleaner lip line. So Q-tip with makeup remover is a great way to clean out any mess around the edges, which happens to the best of us, and also to sort of soften the lip line and make it look a little more like a leftover lip. Now with Aditi, she's got slightly stronger brows in the photo, but with Aanam, I'm not going to do too much of a, because I just feel like your hair is much lighter, it'll start looking severe. But I am going with a shade of brows that is slightly darker than the last one, and I'll just brush just the arch bit perhaps, so to get rid of those light highlights. And now I'm going to rework the hair, so I'm just going to take out these little knobby situation. Now mind you, these 2 shoots of Aditi's were done on 2 separate days. They're 2 different jobs, 2 entirely different months of different years, I guess. So with her, we haven't gone from one look to the other. There you have it.
Okay, I absolutely love this. How both the looks turned out. I feel like you did a very good job of recreating the looks you did on Aditi, but at the same time, like, you worked with what was great for my skin. So it was a really great balance between recreation and also just working with what my face actually is.
So negotiating your work is really crucial without intellectualizing it too much, trying to think of undertone, overtone, this, that, the other. I just have fun. Now, I don't remember what specific products I've used on her, you know. So it's not about using the same products. It's really about understanding the science behind it all, balancing here and there. That's really adapting.
I also think you're a true testament to like just natural talent. I mean, I know you told me that you weren't trained the last time we spoke about.
Never trained, never assisted in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a true testament, because I feel like these days when you see new makeup artists, new beauty bloggers, everyone is sitting down to take notes, which is great and I respect that. But I also feel like on some level, just follow your gut with what feels right, play with makeup, realize you can take it off if it goes wrong, take it not too seriously and have fun.
Not at all,
Like you do. I feel like you do a great job of that.
I don't take myself seriously at all.
which is fab. Thank you for being on my channel and
Thanks
for
for having
creating
me.
these looks with me. Okay, so I'm so happy with how this look, this video, Elton showing up here and doing this makeup with me, for you guys.
That's right.
And happy birthday to
Aditi.
Aditi. I hope she watches this video and realizes you've recreated
she
her
will,
looks
of course.
on me.
Yeah.
If you guys have any other ideas, requests that you think I should put forward to Elton to come back on the channel and do more stuff together, let me know what they are down below in the comment section. I will also be adding the very active on Instagram Elton's details over here on the screen as well as down below in the info box. So make sure you guys go check his Instagram out and follow, because I think you do some really cool stuff on Instagram, and it's not just limited to makeup. Like, he also like puts up pictures of himself, which very few makeup artists do. I love that you're
Yeah, I
so
mean, it's
real.
not selfies. I don't do so much of selfies,
No,
but
no.
it's just so you get an idea of a holistic sort of picture of who I am, what I
Yeah.
stand for.
In such a real fashion.
Yeah.
That's something I truly endorse, and I feel like someone who has been around for as long as you, really it takes a lot to just continue to be who you are, because people from outside the industry don't always recognize that battle.
Yeah,
So
not at all.
make sure you go check him out on Instagram,
Thank you.
hit that follow button, and put your more video request ideas down below in the comment section. Thank you for doing this. I love you.
Happy Diwali.